Hey yo, is this thing up? Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Rich right here, Southern Cali. The Outlaws are back. If you didn't know, well now you know. This is the best show on the block. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. Your boy Rich, Southern Cali. The Outlaws are back. If you didn't know, well now you know. This is the best show on the block. Guaranteed to be the best. Some else, some new, some original, somebody to get you to break outside the box, restructure your mindset, reanalyze the norm, get you to think, implement, strategize, re-strategize, blueprint, put it all into effect, and see what we can meticulously produce and manifest into our reality using all the internal resources that we have available at hand, that we are naturally born with or naturally gifted with, and we could naturally strengthen as much as we could strengthen our weaknesses. Now, this is a theory I have. I think that some of our weaknesses are really like hidden, deep, hidden talents that we have the opportunity to develop. And what I mean by this is kind of like if we didn't have it and it didn't exist and the ability wasn't there at all, that'd be a completely different story than you're just really horrible at it, but something internally is driving you towards this venture. So there's this theory that says that effort beats talent 90% of the time, or something like that. Those types of mathematical fractions to kind of give the analysis of you can be horrible at something, but the fact of the matter that you're so consistent and disciplined and determined and you won't fucking give up, you just don't know how to quit. The fact that you're willing to put in time daily, consistently, an hour a day. For me, these videos are 20 minutes a day, but you're so dead ass consistently wanting to get better at something. You're naturally going to get better because you're putting in the work. You might not be the greatest at whatever the fuck you're doing. For example, I love to work out. I love to be physically fit and stay in physical condition. But there was a period of time in my life where I couldn't do a single fucking push-up. I used to tell this story more frequently when I had more people around me, but this is a very impactful story, and that's why I'm gonna go ahead and recap it for you. So, I have this, well, I mean, just like anybody else, you have your good seasons and your bad seasons, right? So I was going through a bad season in life where my health had deteriorated. Basically, like I got really heavy and I didn't notice it. And how I got there was I started drinking again. So I was drinking a lot of fucking tall cans every day. But every day I would go to work and I was working doing some computer component shit, and I would do like 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I would get out like at midnight, and from there I would rush to the store and I would grab me like 4 5 tall cans of Hurricane cheap malt liquor, and I would drink all 4 or 5 before I fucking knocked out that night, and I would basically black out. You know what I mean? I was tired from work and everything, basically, but I got home and I drank, and I just fell asleep. I nodded off, and that was the epitome of my lifestyle at that moment in time. And so I reached this point where all I was doing was working and drinking, and my schedule. I was talking yesterday about scheduling your day and work and all this stuff, right? So my schedule was so fucked up because it was like second shift, night shift type of thing. And so in the mornings when I woke up, I was really like not in the mood to do shit, and my body fell apart. I gained a lot of weight. I got bloated. I didn't realize how weak I was getting. I didn't notice that I wasn't in ideal health anymore. That plain and simple. So it was during COVID, and we got laid off because of COVID. We weren't essential at the moment. And then what happened next was I ended up moving with a friend of mine. So I ended up boning my landlord. That was pretty cool. She was a friend of mine. She told me like, hey, come over and visit. If you want, you can stay here. I got you. I ended up going over there, boning, and staying there for a minute. And so in the mix, I caught myself talking to her son, telling him some stories about the past, about how I used to be a sponsored skater and I used to go climb mountains and shit and hikes, and I used to do all kinds of activities. And then he was like, then how come you don't look like it? Like, I'm like, what do you mean? Because remember, I couldn't see myself through the outside lens. So I didn't know how much of a bad shape I was in. So he's like, how come you don't look like it? Like, I believe the stories, like, you're fucking cool. Like, you're really cool. You got a lot of stories, you've done a lot. But how come you let yourself go? He started asking me these questions. He was like, so he threw out a challenge, and this little motherfucker, but first time I met him and shit or whatever, and he was used to fucking with people. I gotta leave it like that. He was used to fucking with people, and it really wasn't something that was meaningful to him to challenge me. But he was like, I challenge you to get in shape and all this shit or whatever. And I sat there and I was like, you're right. You know what I mean? He kind of chewed me out and told me like, hey, you let yourself go, and I'm challenging you to be the man you or that physique, that personality that you say you are. I believe it's in you. Bring it out, kind of. And I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? It was in front of his mom and everything, and it was kind of like he, you know what I mean? It was kind of one of them mocking ass motherfucking like, I don't believe you're ever gonna do this again, yada. So I got on it. So that day, the next day type shit, I started planning it out. I go, I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna end up going here. I didn't like the gyms because whatever, it takes too much time. There's too much people. So I started doing a calisthenic routine on the streets. And the embarrassing part is that I couldn't do a fucking push-up to save my life. On my first day, I went out there and I think I did like 10 push-ups, like real ones. And then, you know what I mean? You hit fatigue. You hit major fatigue. And my muscles were shit, you know what I mean, at that point in time. And I caught myself, you know how they say, like, if you can't do a push-up, do them on your knees? I was so big and so weak at that moment in time that I couldn't do them on my knees. And then I was at like 50, 60. And so you get more tired, right? You're putting it on this effort, and I couldn't do them on my knees. So I had to like lower the bar, and I was doing them on my belly. And then even then I was struggling. So I had to lower the bar, and I had to do them basically like on my chest, titties. So it was just my upper body doing this. And my body looked like I was like fucking the floor or something. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like really embarrassing to think about what I looked like from the outside perspective. But I didn't see it. All I saw was I'm being challenged to get in fucking shape. And this is how it's done. This is how it's done. That's all I knew. I'm gonna suck really bad. It's gonna look fucking horrible. I've experienced this before. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna be sore. I'm gonna want to quit. Every fucking day I'm gonna want to quit. I'm gonna find reasons and excuses and alternative things to do with my time instead of putting all this effort into this. I've been there before. I've experienced before. I've experienced public ridicule before. I've experienced public shame before. I've experienced you're so arrogant and you're so cocky and you're so full of yourself as well later on in the process. But I've experienced extreme lack of support and just constantly being made fun of for having like that mindset, like, oh, you think whatever, like the diet's really gonna fucking work, Oh, you really be like you're really gonna, you really think you're gonna get buff, huh? Like you really think you're gonna get buff? Go ahead, buff boy. Go ahead, buff boy. Go ahead, little fucking soldier. All kinds of shit. And I'm like, okay, okay. I guess I'm a little soldier. I guess I'm a little buff boy. I didn't get it. I didn't get the embarrassing factor didn't hit me. The shame didn't hit me. The fucking you can go ahead and quit now didn't hit me. I was like, I'm gonna prove this shit to myself that I'm capable of achieving this, and I'm gonna be my biggest fan. I'm gonna be my biggest cheerleader. I'm gonna be my biggest supporter. I'm gonna study and become my own personal trainer because I can't afford one. I'm gonna plan out my meals. I'm gonna plan out my recoveries. I'm gonna learn massage techniques, and I'm gonna massage parts of my body that I could actually fucking reach. I'm gonna take the vitamins and minerals that I need. I'm gonna avoid certain chemicals and toxins that they might be popular, but I don't personally support the idea of it, or I just can't afford it, so I'm not willing to try it. And then I'm gonna do my best to invest into myself. This was something that I had to learn. This is something that I had to learn about investing, especially investing in yourself. So every piece of chicken, every piece of meat, every time that you put healthy substances in your body, you're investing in yourself. You're actually showing yourself a certain form of self-love. You're actually showing yourself a certain form of care and nourishing. You're actually, I think it's supernaturally like your essence is taking care of your temple now. Like you're starting to connect the dots that something internally has to care about the physical. And then once they start communicating with each other, the physical starts responding, and the physical starts to care about these things, such as health, such as putting in effort to tame the flesh in order to recreate methodically placed habits throughout your day, such as not drinking soda or not grabbing cake or staying away from chips. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to tame the flesh. I struggle with it still. Like last night for dinner, I had 2 burritos. I literally had 2 burritos for dinner last night. That's a lot. So the other night, but that's all I had though. The other night, I had 2 burritos, and then I had a fucking a Reese's Fast Break, the fucking king size ones. I ate one of those. I think I ate like 2 Muscle Milk protein shakes because they're really sweet and they're chocolatey. So I had like a fucking sweet tooth that night. I was like, I'm gonna eat this Reese's. Bad for me, but I'm gonna take these protein shakes because if anything, hopefully it balances out that sweet craving with at least it has like protein, minerals, and stuff or whatever. They're not completely over the edge. So I mean, I still deal with this stuff. I still debate. I still go through like these personal fucking decisions in the middle of the night. I still go through these personal dilemmas of like, is it really worth it now to be so fucking disciplined and determined? Nobody sees it but me. Nobody sees the fucking effort I gotta put in but me. You get what I mean? So in the beginning, especially in the very, very, very beginning, I made a lot of mistakes, and I wasn't so disciplined, and I got less results. And what it was is that I didn't understand the process fully. I didn't trust the process. I had never experienced this, so I never had results. So I can never go back and into my memory bank and tell myself, oh, I've been here before. I've been here before. This yada. So I would look in the mirror and I would get disappointed or something, right? Something would fucking go into my mind. Like my mind would attack me, and my body would submit to the idea of let's just go get pizza. Let's just go get burgers. So my diet was off, and I was still able to get results, but when I started putting more emphasis on certain areas, right? I started getting way better results way quicker. I was in shock, like what the fuck? How your body responds when you actually take it serious. It's actually fucking trippy how fast your body really responds once you actually take it serious and implement it strategically, committed, consistently. Give it 3 months, it'll fucking change your life. You won't even. I'm tripping out how fast my body changes because I'm so disciplined with this shit now. But I mean, I do it naturally, so you got limits, and not like you're gonna walk around looking like a fucking steroided ass freak. But you're gonna be in really massive shape. Your cardio is gonna be fucking top of the line elite. Your strength is gonna be way up top of the chart strength. Your skin, your vitality, your mental cognizance, your mental clarity, it'll all be there. And so there's a lot of perks. There's a lot of perks. The brain fog disappears. Um, your personal habits change a lot. You won't find yourself going to bars and drinking, if any. I don't drink anymore, and a lot has to do with one, I enjoy being sober and I love to be in control of myself. And then two is that I know through prior experience, once again, that when I drink, I get lazy and I get comfortable and I basically fucking chill, and I gain a lot of weight and I end up being bloated, and I don't recognize myself. As in, I don't recognize the fucking changes until like a year goes by and I look at pictures and I'm like, wow, a year ago I was fucking handsome or whatever. I was at the epitome of like, wow, when it came to physique and aesthetics, and now I look like a fucking bloated, wow, I let myself go. And then you get depressed, and then you get anxiety, stress, then you start thinking about shit and you start regretting, and it turns into a week full of crap while you're preparing to get back on it, right? So instead of fucking letting go, instead of quitting, instead of taking seasons off, why don't you just stay consistent and keep striving for results, and you'll end up in a better place consistently because you never took time off. So that's where I'm at now. I'm trying to be more consistent with it. I'm trying not to take no time offs. This winter time from Christmas, I think it was like 2 months. I took 2 fucking full months off because I did a whole fucking year, 7 days a week. So I was like, oh, I need to do some recovery. So I took 2 months of fucking full on rest. I didn't do a damn thing. My body fully recovered, but I gained weight. And I wasn't in the same conditioning when I came back off from those 2 months. And it took me relatively February. It took me about 2 months to fucking get it back. So I fell back. So I took 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. Now I'm basically balanced out. So it kind of took me like 4 months to go forward, back, forward, boom. Now I'm back on track. So it like 4 months of what the fuck you just do in 4 months, instead of like, oh, I got fucking progress in those 4 months and I'm moving forward, I'm pushing forward. And these are like mindsets and these philosophies that you learn as time goes by. So what I mean by this is that you're gonna suck. You're gonna look horrible. You're gonna be embarrassing. It's gonna be shameful. People are gonna doubt you. People are gonna fucking laugh at you. They're gonna humiliate you. You're public ridicule. It's gonna be like slander behind your back. You're gonna be like the spectacle and the muse of your little current society. When you're going after fucking shit that means a lot to you, that maybe others around you haven't done, or at least you haven't, and you're horrible at it, and it's easy to tell to you and everybody else around you, but you got a fucking vision and you want to try your best to reach it. Just know that there's other people in this world who have been in your shoes and they've overcome. And there's a lot of people, and I think the crowd is bigger, of people who fucking tried it and gave up. And I think the crowd is even fucking bigger of people who never gave it a shot at all because they were too, I don't know what the fuck they were. I don't know what kind of terms and what kind of category to put them in, but they didn't try. So, so that's three different categories of people in life. There's the doers, you know what I mean, the main events, and there's the I want to try and be like the doers, and then there's the daydreamers, and they just kind of like life's just kind of passing them by. So my best advice is that just make it happen and have a good time. Just enjoy the fucking trip, enjoy the ride. Don't be so hard on yourself. Have a little mercy and grace. Doesn't matter what you look like. And rock bottom is where you find out who your support system is, who really cares about you, who's actually got your back. Yesterday I was doing some workouts outside the house, and my homeboy Mr. Kim comes and brings me fruits, apples and bananas and tangerines, and I felt loved. I felt appreciated. I found support. In this journey of solitude, in this journey of having to do everything alone, I found this moment of true, genuine support, and I felt loved, and it felt amazing. Anyways, y'all, 20 minutes. I'll catch y'all later.